I told Peso he can't be down there like that. He was scaring me the whole time. I was like, make sure you're in the hotel. Make sure you're doing that. Because if anything happened to you down there, that's going to be my fault. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you're right, bro. You're right. He was like, yes. But yeah, well, Sauce ain't coming, bro. I'm like, all right, cool.
I ain't supposed to be listening to his fat. That little man Sayso. That number 24 years old. You better could protect us around this whole bitch. Should have kept what we doing. That's why I take responsibility. That's why I feel because I'm trying to let my little bro be the leader in his city because that's his city. I'm trying to let him be a man and be a boss. I don't want to make him feel less of a king, less of a gangster, like or make you feel like I don't trust your security or your. I know how I've been moving in city to city, state to state. I know how I train my people around me to move. And we also have what's called hospitality. We also have what's called respect, courtesy. We know how to fucking have conversations amongst men that's all violent, but everybody know how to be players and create community and union and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? They know how to be in a room full of wolves and not be a sheep. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, we don't feel uncomfortable in these violent.
So I guess the rest of the world is catching up to us because we sort of covered this last night, but I guess we can run back into it. Let's go.
Everybody's not fit for your position. You know what I'm saying? You know, I feel like you understand the power that you hold where you can have right now a lot of chaos going on. But I like how you're turning into something else.
Yeah, I can. If I wanted to, I could have motherfucking 400-500 different men, good men down here from different cities and states, including mine, around here ready to do whatever by snapping my finger in retaliation to what happened to me and my little brother. But as much as it hurt my soul and it really break me down, I'm damn near getting emotional right now thinking about it. I can't retaliate because that's not righteous. Because my brother had his own dealings as a man that a nigga gotta respect. And a motherfucker had the opportunity to make me 100% accountable for the same thing that they felt, whatever the situation is, because I still don't know what the situation is with my brother, but whatever it was, they could have held me the same level of accountable that they did him and took my life for no reason the same way, whatever that his was taken for. So at the end of the day, I got to be a man and be an honorable gangster and respect the fact that I put myself in a place where I wasn't supposed to be standing and sitting there, but as a gangster and as a brother, I'm going to stand next to my brother no matter whatever this nigga got going on, or whatever his personal beefs or problems is. If we shook hands and became in the same alliance before that, then I got to adapt and adopt your problems to a certain extent too. So I put my name on your face, you represent my company, I represent you. I got to inherit some of your problems. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I'm in an entire different city and state where I have no information or dealings or ties to understand what is the real issue that's going on. And before I send my people into the woods blind, just out of anger and, you know what I'm saying, just honor and just want to make a retaliation move just to prove a point, I'd rather be a leader and use this example and show that, yeah, I got the power, yeah, I got the respect, yeah, I got the money to continue on this chaos and this foolishness, but I'd rather use my position and what I went through as an example of it really worth it. Like, was taking my brother's life really worth it? Is me trying to retaliate or prove a point to some niggas for some Instagram comments and some posts, or did you slide for him, this and that? Like a nigga been doing, nigga was a teenager, bro, adolescent. You know what I'm saying? Handling this business for the business, standing on the business, laying on the business, leaning on the business. You know what I'm saying? At a certain point.
Hey, yo, you. Can you subscribe and turn on that bell too? Because when you do, you're helping unbiased, independent news.
Now listen, the freaking the 200 to 100 people, that's cap. That's big cap. We ain't even finna act like that's how it go down. Now, if you have that many people that were dedicated to sacrifice their lives, imagine how many people you could have dedicated to actually doing something that's productive. You know what I'm saying? Like starting real companies. You can get a warehouse, ship all of this stuff and everything like that. But that's neither here nor there. I always hate how cats like that always say, I could have 100 to 200 people. No, bruh. At maximum, probably 10, 20. That'll just randomly throw their lives away. So let's understand that. Let's say that part was true. 10 to 20 people, that's a Rico. Y'all go through there and shoot the city up and all that stuff and everything like that. One, does that mean that you know something that we don't? Because that's what that sounds like. It sounds like to me that you may know something that we don't know. But I don't think he knows anything. Now, I don't know. Now that we know who one of the shooters allegedly are, then, you can do your due diligence, because Memphis, if you street enough, will talk to you. Guaranteed. So, as far as that goes with Sauce Walka, all right, that's cool. But then y'all got other people that are pushing something that I don't believe is true, because the mom is still rocking with TSF and Sauce Walka. What are you talking about, Nash? Well, look at this.
And don't be so sad, 'cause I lived this.
All the best in me.
Cause we're gonna be legends.
And you get the choice to sit.
Damn, I see how you feel about me, but God watch. If I was your best friend. Niggas said he.
So, because one family member, just only one family member, does not speak for the whole entire family. So, there's that. Added with the fact of this, it only matters what the mom thinks. I know that there's going to be cousins and all this crap and, we did it, uncles and whatever the fact, and homies, older homies, younger homies that feel they got to say so. No, y'all don't. The only person's voice we care about is the mom's voice. The mom is still cool. Mom's still out here rocking. And to be fair, that's how it's supposed to be. If you don't feel that anything was wrong happening to your son, which I don't either, because it doesn't make sense to me, once again, to have that many individuals come up, start shooting, and you don't know whether or not you can get hit. So Walka almost died, by the way. I think people aren't understanding. The man almost died. He was in critical condition. He was losing a lot of blood. So when there's all of these theories, and I get all the theories because we do live in some treacherous times. We do live in moments, in places, in spaces. We done seen families get butchered and slaughtered over insurance money, over all of this stuff. So I can't sit up here and fault anybody and say, nah, you wrong, you wrong, you wrong. Nah, but as far as what he's talking about, it's never going to be good enough for some. It's just not. It's just not. Either he going to say too much, say too little, he says nothing, he don't care, or he has something to do with it. You're not going to be able to appease anybody. Any freaking body. Until somebody's saying, oh, Zeddy Nash, did somebody get to you? Let me tell you something, bro. You obviously didn't watch the video like the other moron, 44D or D44, whatever the hell his name, like that moron did. So, no, where I stay at, bruh, if you come across where I'm at, I'm going to tell you this right now. You're going to stick out like a sore thumb, I'll tell you what. And I'm not with the conspiracy theories. What I do is I debunk conspiracy theories because I just don't believe in them. I've been in this industry way too long and I know way too much. And I know the way that you get to the top is not what you guys think. The way you get to the top ultimately is you got to pay to play. You got to pay DJs. You got to pay club promoters. You got to pay women to stand in the background. Sometimes you even got to pay your homies to give them the skills in order to learn these other skills because you got to pay the freaking videographers. You got to pay the damn rental companies. You got to pay. It's all about money. Don't believe for a couple of seconds that none of this stuff, as far as the artists you see come out of nowhere, bruh, they had to pay. You pay for a damn near a viral hit almost. But it's nothing that man can say. There's nothing. He break out in tears. He's culpable. So I get all the forced stuff and everything like that, and you come out and all that. But I do like what he said, you know, about continuing the cycle and everything. The hardest thing to do for the black male ego is forgiveness. It is. It is beyond difficult for a black man, and I'm only speaking as one. Now, any white guys, any Hispanics, any Asians, any Indians, if y'all want to come through and say, yeah, nah, we in the same boat. All right, welcome to the club, bro. But I'm only speaking as black man. I know personally, I don't forgive nothing. The hardest thing for a black man to do is forgive. And one of the other hard things to do is to move on without feeling like you have to do something and ultimately doing something. This is what gets a lot of these cats messed up. Self-defense problems. When you have the ability to leave, by law, you are supposed to leave. So as Walka come out there with people, I don't even care if it's 10 people. He come out there with 5 people and throw it all away. What would everybody say? The funniest part about a lot of this stuff, man, is if you let the cops do their job, they catch everybody, typically. It's just a matter of when. It's not a matter of if. It's always just a matter of when. So ultimately, you're going to repeat the same cycle that keeps these institutions open. You got to remember, as a criminal, you keep a lot of institutions open. You keep a public defender open. You keep a DA open. You keep a cop open. You keep a judge open. You keep a sheriff open. You keep all type of jail intake open, from the nurses and all that stuff. Then after you leave there, then you leave a CEO open. Then you leave a warden open. Then you mess around and leave a bus driver open that has to take y'all back and forth, and all types of janitors. One criminal, I can already make a case for 10 jobs. Just one criminal. And then there's more to it. There's staff that got to keep the paperwork on file. There are tech support that's supposed to be on. There are so many things that are being held together because of a couple of seconds or a bruised ego. So the question is this. Could you live with it? If somebody smoked your homie in front of you, could you live with staying in that cell like that? Because the majority of y'all ain't. See, the majority of people watching this got jobs, bro. It don't mean you don't come from no struggle. It don't mean you wasn't in the streets. It don't mean none of that crap. The question is how did you get to where you're at right now? Don't give a damn about these streets, and you know what the future holds for you because you're creating it. See, that's where we had to get to in a level of understanding where we go, man, the streets and all that, I done seen that, bro. I done seen what they do. I decided to go right. They kept going left. I'm going to go right. Ain't nothing in these streets but death and bars. That's it. And for some odd-ass reason, some of you cats in the comments think to yourselves, oh, yeah, you should be doing this. You should be doing that. No. I commend any person, no matter your creed, no matter your color, no matter your age. If you keep yourself busy, keep yourself with a job or two and stay at it, man, because that's where it's at. It's always better you can roll out of your own bed, go eat whatever you want to eat, drive whatever you drive, come back to your own sanctimony and chill out. That's worth everything. Some of these cats, they trying to impress a whole group of other people that don't give a damn about them. Let me ask y'all a question. Y'all ever see any other Sayso P homies out there? No. The only person that's talking about doing anything is his mama, and she's talking about keeping his legacy going. The mom ain't saying I'm about to slide. Just some food for thought for y'all to think about. Subscribe, turn on bell, stay notified, share to keep your people aware. If you like what we do, hit the like button. And if you don't, comment because you don't like something. I'll catch you on the next one.
Yeah, man, we just hit 200K. We on our way to 300, man. Subscribe today so you can find out how you can win an Xbox or a PlayStation, man. The details are on the way. This is how you know somebody is literally going to be in the drawing. Robin Minter, check him out, man. All we do is go down and we look and we see his subscriptions. Who does he have? He has Seti Nash right here. What also happens, take that off, top commenter. That right here, public subscriber. So that's what you got to do, and make sure you share each video, and then you'll be entered to win. Shout out to Mike. Good luck. Subscribe, turn on that bell, stay notified, and share to keep your people aware. I'll catch you on the next one.